and welcome to Plant Biology. This is Biology 125 here at NICC. Welcome to the fall 2020 semester, the year of COVID. So since you guys are online, this course will hopefully run the same through as on schedule. It'll be a new adventure for everybody this semester, so I'm excited to start. Again, this is Plant Biology. My name is Matt Simon. I'll be your instructor for this semester. I'm really looking forward to teaching plant biology online. I've done it before, and I like the format for presenting this information to help you guys get a better understanding of what plants are, what they mean in our environments, and how people utilize plants and really work to change what plants are about and how they can best be put to use in our environments. My background with plants and plant biology is from an ecological standpoint. I've done research looking at communities of wetland plants and looking specifically at invasive species and how those invasive species then act as indicators of environmental disturbance. That's my sort of plant background. Also utilizing plants as a restoration tool for disturbed landscapes and things like that. So plants are exciting, and plants are such an important part of our overall communities and really something that people utilize every day. One of the things that I want to see from this course is your perspective. You guys all come from different places with different experiences. This is an online course, so I recognize some names from people in the immediate sort of NICC, Calmer, Iowa area, but if you're taking this course in Florida or Washington State or Indiana or wherever, you will have a different perspective than students in this immediate area, and getting those different perspectives for how people interact with plants in their world is an important component and really adds a lot of diversity and interest to the discussion boards that we will have throughout this semester. This semester is going to start out with basic biology, understanding of how science works, very basic chemistry, and that's really there to make sure that we're all starting with a common language, and that nobody feels that they don't know enough about the very basic fundamentals of, I'll say, science, excuse me, and can move forward in the course with confidence that we're all coming together with a common language and a common understanding, so that we can all move through this course with a better understanding. After those basics, we're going to move into sort of plant-specific anatomy and physiology. We're going to move into genetics and talk about genetic research. That's a fascinating topic with plants. Humans have been manipulating plants in a genetic sense for really thousands of years, even before we understood what genetics were as a subject at all or how it worked. But through trial and error, we've simply been able to utilize plants and change these plants in genetic ways for our benefit. We're also going to talk about plant systematics, so how the evolutionary history of plants has progressed throughout the history of life on this planet, because the history of life on this planet is really integrally tied to plants. The air that we're breathing all comes from photosynthetic organisms. Excuse me. I promise it's just allergies and not COVID. Well, I hope that's the case anyways. But plants really drive the ecology of this planet by producing the abundance of oxygen that we have, that us as animals require to breathe. So plants are foundational organisms on this planet. We'll finish up this semester talking about ecology and how plants respond to changes in environment, how plants change environments. And so we're going to cover a very wide swath of information throughout the semester, and the pace of this semester keeps up pretty fast. So I really want you guys to gain a really broad and well-grounded understanding of what plants are, how important they are to our planet, and what people utilize them for. Throughout this course, we're going to use Brightspace as our main hub for communication. I'll be putting weekly lectures. They're going to be short, usually less than 15 minutes, on Brightspace. That will provide sort of introductory material, and it'll allow you to see my pretty face once a week to make sure that I'm engaging with this course as well. I will also post a syllabus on Brightspace, and that will act as a guide throughout this semester to keep you and to keep me on track and make sure that we're moving forward and progressing throughout the semester. Along with each week's mini lecture, there's also going to be reading assignments. The reading for this course is going to come from 2 different OER textbooks, and they'll be linked, or at least I'll tell you where to go for those readings, and those should be able to give you a foundational information that we can then move that information into our weekly discussion forums, as well as weekly or nearly weekly writing assignments. Most of the points for this course will be coming from the discussion board and discussion boards and the writing assignments, so making sure that you guys are staying on top of those and engaging in them in a meaningful way is an important component for this course. That puts a little bit of pressure on you guys to be self-starting. Make sure that you're staying on top of materials, because we're never going to meet face-to-face. Of course, if you want to come into my office during office hours, I'm very happy to see you, but again, if you're remote, you're probably not going to drive all the way to Calmer just to see me. That being said, please reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns. Again, this is going to be a strange semester with COVID. I don't think this course will be interrupted very much, simply because we are driving it all online. But if I come down with COVID in middle of October, I don't know what's going to happen. If you guys come down with COVID or your family members come down with COVID, please let me know as soon as possible. I'm always happy to work with students, especially during a time like this, to extend deadlines and things like that. But if you don't communicate with me, I can't help you. Communication is going to be really, really key, especially this semester. It's going to be a weird one. I can't control what's going on in the outside world, but we can do our best to make sure that you guys are getting a positive educational experience, learning a lot, and really that's my hope for this semester. With the discussion boards, I do expect meaningful engagement. When you do interact with them, you have to post your own thoughts first. Please type more than, "Hey, great job, Susie, what a good idea." That's not engaging meaningful with the content. To engage meaningfully with the content means you need to be showing me that not only have you read the material you need to, you've looked at other people's posts, you're trying to understand what's talking about, but also what are you thinking about in your own thoughts, and putting those out there for the discussion board for everybody to see. And sometimes that can be kind of vulnerable, but that's okay. We're really here to learn and discuss about the subject at hand. Excuse me. Again, if you have any questions or concerns, please email me ASAP. Good communication is really important, and it's something that I value a lot. Rather than 5 weeks into never hearing from you again, you say, "Can I get an extension?" Good communication up front, honest communication up front is really, really important. Again, if you have an emergency, contacting me shouldn't be top priority, but it should be up there to make sure, at least to let me know that, hey, something's happening, I can't do X, Y, and Z, can we discuss it later? So communicate, communicate, communicate. I'm really looking forward to this fall semester. Again, it's going to be a strange one. I don't know what to expect. We'll see. This class, though, should, for the most part, be uninterrupted. And unless you hear otherwise, please assume that deadlines, as posted, are deadlines. If you don't get assignments turned in a timely fashion, they're going to be zeros in the grade book, but best to keep you guys accountable. It's also to keep me accountable. I'm really looking forward to this semester and working with you guys throughout the semester. Let's have a great one. Welcome to Plant Biology 125.